Strategies for creative thinking. Create innovation. It is an increasingly valuable skill. The creative thinkers are often at the forefront of driving change, solving problems, and developing new ideas. Those who bring creative thinking to how they work are often happier, more productive, and resilient too. Whatever your background or role, you are capable of thinking creatively and bringing creativity into your life. So, let's see what are the strategies for creative thinking. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe this channel. Do watch other videos in the channel. Share it with students and those who love learning psychology. Thank you. First one is brainstorm ideas. Brainstorming provides an environment that allows people to open up and share thoughts and ideas freely without limitations and prejudice. There are generally two types of brainstorming, the individual and group brainstorming. In individual brainstorming, you brainstorm on your own without the fear of getting blocked or limited when in a group. This type of brainstorming works best for simple problems that you can solve without the need to escalate to a bigger group. Then group brainstorming. Here you throw in ideas at one another in a group so others can help further develop an idea. This type of brainstorming works better for complex problems, given you have just the right number of members participating in the activity. Some popular techniques to employ when brainstorming with a group. For a successful brainstorming session, you need to remind all group members to consider all ideas and possibilities, then collaborate and gather outside perspectives. These will help you collect as many ideas as you can without burning out. Then commit yourself to creativity. The first step to increase creativity is to devote yourself to developing your creative abilities. Do not put off your efforts. Set goals. Enlist the help of others and put aside time each day to develop your skills. For example, if you are interested in painting, schedule time regularly to learn and practice your skills. Next is boost creativity by becoming an expert. One of the best ways to develop creativity is to become an expert in this area. By having a rich understanding of the topic, you will be better able to think of novel or innovative solutions to the problems. One way to develop expertise is by reading about creative people and listening to them speak. Next is mind maps. Unlocking creativity with the use of mind maps is also one great strategy. A mind map is a diagram that links information around a central topic. Unlike most note-taking methods, you can make use of images and colors other than words. This graphical tool of boosting your creativity is highly effective because it makes idea generation easier as it allows you to go deeper about a concept or a topic and narrowing it down to the most specific in an organized manner. Mind mapping makes problem solving faster as the ideas are broken down along the process. Next is reframe your way of thinking. If you want something you have never had, you must do something you have never done. Reframing your thinking essentially means changing your perspective. To become more creative through reframing your thinking, you have to be curious and eager to ask questions. Then be intentional in your search for new information. Then make time for imagination. Withdraw yourself every now and then from the noise. And what makes the reframing an even more powerful creativity tool is that it allows you to feel differently about a certain matter at hand. Looking at things or problems from a different perspective, it will allow you to discover new angles you have not seen before because you were so focused on what you want to see or what you are used to seeing. Next is take risk to build creativity. When it comes to building your creative skills, you must be willing to take a risk to advance your abilities. Your efforts may not lead to success every time, but you will still be boosting your creative talents and building skills that will serve you well in the future. For example, sharing your work in a creative writing course might feel intimidating, but the critique you receive from the classmates and the teachers can be invaluable. Next is explore multiple solutions. The next time you approach a problem, try looking for a variety of solutions. Instead of simply going with the first idea you have, take the time to think of other possible ways to approach the situation. This simple activity is a great way to build both problem solving and creative thinking skills. Next is role playing. It is a strategy that allows you to generate ideas based on possible outcomes of interactions and circumstances. This is a strategy that is most useful in coming up with ideas for a product and predicting how it will work in the market. If you role play with your coworkers or other members of your team, you will be surprised to see several revelations of solutions that you missed when you were just writing down notes. Next, reconceptualize problems. Unless you reconceptualize the problem by taking a step back, you will find it hard to carry on. How to do this reconceptualization, or how you can do reconceptualize a problem? It includes examining a problem from different angle, then searching for what appeals to emotions the most, then having a different mindset, considering other perspectives, then considering the needs of your target audience. This way, you must be able to proceed with your project once you have dissected your problems into a different bunch of specific focus areas. So here you reconceptualize by dissecting the problem, making it into specific focus areas. Next is determine your best mode to create. Understanding yourself better is the key to determining your best mode for creative activities. Positive moods generally boost creativity. To having a positive mood welcomes ideas freely. Now, negative moods can also help. The negative moods, it remove the cognitive biases and improve memory and motivation, which in turn boosts the creativity. There is no right or wrong mood to be in. But a positive mood generally helps. But a negative mood could be your way through a creativity challenge. If you can find a way to be creative in a positive mood, that is more ideal. What you can do is that you must pay attention to what mood you are in when you are most creative, that is, understanding yourself. This can help you understand why you feel demotivated at times and how you can combat demotivation to stay creative. Daydreaming. It is often associated with laziness and lack of focus, right? But a study in the Psychological Science Journal reveals that allowing your mind to daydream and wander, it helps boost your creativity. High levels of daydreaming, it helps best in tasks that do not restrict the mind from coming up with weird ideas. The Harvard psychologists say that we spend 50% of our time thinking about things other than doing the work. For example, if you channel your daydreaming about business challenges and projects that need solutions, you might be able to come up with new solutions you would never have thought if you did not allow your mind to wander. So, daydreaming is always good for creativity. Then, ask a lot of questions. Asking the right questions is an art you should be able to master in order to achieve optimal creativity. What kind of questions can help you become a creative problem solver? You must center your questions around the challenges concerning the nature of the problem, the time constraints, the existing competition, etc. Your questions don't have to be logical all the time, but they work best if they are critical questions because these are questions that encourage the use of creative thinking skills. Next is distance yourself from the noise. There are several research studies that have found coffee shops to be the best place for being creative, primarily because in most coffee shops the level of noise is moderate. Too much noise can cause distractions, but the lack of acceptable noise, it can also be deafening to the point of being demotivating. So, too much noise is not needed and you need some acceptable noise. Otherwise, you feel demotivated. Then, according to another research, the decline in creativity among students was brought about by too much screen time and standardized testing. So, you just start creating things. None of the activities help enhance the creative aspect, like using the screen time or whatever it is. The more you create, then the more you will be able to sharpen your creative thinking skills, especially when you participate in experiential learning. Then find inspirations around you, then understand your learning style and passion, then join activities that encourage creativity, etc. So you need to just start participating in things to make you creatively active person rather than spending time on screen time. Every human being can be creative as well. We all have the capacity or the capability to invent or discover new ideas. When we embrace our strength and engage in activities that enhance our creative thinking skills. Now let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. We have learned various strategies for creative thinking, like the brainstorm ideas, commit yourself to creativity, boost creativity by becoming an expert, then mind mapping, reframe your way of thinking, take risk to build creativity, explore multiple solutions, role playing, reconceptualize problems, Determine your best mode to create. Daydreaming. Ask a lot of questions. Distance yourself from the noise and just start creating things. Hope you liked this video. Please share and subscribe. Thank you and keep smiling.